I gotta hold myself together with this one. Chuck Martin from CGM3 Productions in a very bittersweet way, and a very solemn sadness of a day, but we celebrate their lives every day. You know, our class cost in 1986. We were so strong, so smart, so everything in this world, you know, and here we are decades later. Now keep this in mind. Um, Obviously, I am right now in the midst of my bye week, which is a great thing. Good news is I'm part of the bye week, and by this time I should be, I got some appointments coming up, but the main appointment's going to be coming up later on this week with blood work, and then the week after we start all over again. Every 3 months we have, contrast and scanning on the abdomen and chest area, and we see where this cancer is going to be going to the pancreatic and liver cancer. Where's it, is it going to be stable, and through genetics and through, with, what they need. And obviously the blood work, we'll see what we'll do for in the next few days. But this time it's a very solemn moment, a very bittersweet moment. And as you may know, and most of you know, um, and I'm not keeping tally, I'm not keeping this as a tally, but it's a bittersweet tally. In our class, three of our classmates passed away, you know, from these really outrageous diseases. There's Andrea Heward, Oppenel, which passed away in January of 2015. But today is the most recent of the anniversaries out of the three. A very vibrant competitor, a warrior in herself, survivor. Always will be that survivor. She's always looking down on us right now. Today I'm talking about a tribute to the one and only Allison Health McCarthy, Big Al, as we known her in many years of our past, of the passing or of our past. Very much a competitor, you know, a lady bear in every way in three sports. Um, on and off the field, very compassionate, very, you know, in one way or another, gave back to the community. Love working with, crafts, with, different things. And it's her brightness and her smile. Her smile lit up the room everywhere. She cared about others. She was compassionate. She was amazing in her own right. And reading, some of the items, in our past yearbooks, it just, made it so special in my heart. And I am honored that I've known her as a classmate and a good friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. And when I heard about the news 12 years ago on this very special day, or on this day, which is June 29th, can't believe it's been 12 years. And every time, whether it's rainy or sun, there's always that rainbow saying, I'm doing okay. How about you? That's mainly that. And with the legacy from her, and not only that, from Scott, from Andrea, they all carried their own legacies in the right way. Um, just so shocking. I still can't believe they're not a part of our lives, but they're in our hearts and our minds and worth all the memories of it all. Allison was truly a super trooper. Definitely, in everything with everything else. And sometimes going to see mom or going to see others, it's that never give up attitude. It was always that warrior instinct in this. And to her final days, um, my heart, so hard. I mean, guaranteed, what if she was here on this earth? She would kick me in the butt, telling me, Chuck, you need to go on. You have to get yourself together. And really, I'm doing that. So, in the names of the ones that passed on before me, it's legacies like this that become so legendary. And not giving up on the fight, not giving up on a vicious disease that we can't, that they're still doing studies for. I said that's a lot of malarkey. We could go a little bit more deeper than that, whether it be a pill form, whether it be a enhancement and improvement on breast cancer, which she passed away from with that, with the treatments and whatnot. This is what we're here to do. We're here to educate. We're here to make you guys realize that we will be here and we will be fighting on for that. We may be, you know, participants in lab studies. We may be something like that. So to prevent this, to minimize the percentage of pancreatic or breast or bone marrow or kidney or certain, other items that are that even liver cancer is a very, very highly one. Nobody really touches on that. But, the silent killers, that really does an emphasis. So here I am, just like Allison, Scott, and many others, raise up their swords and shields, and we rage on, we battle on, we scream on, and truly in every which way. So in one way or another, I bet there's so many other people out there remembering Allison in her day, and even the ones like Leslie Schofield, another one, and there's Lori Matthews. There's like different other classmates that are out there, but this one really hit me so hard 12 years ago on this date. And Allison, we miss you. We love you from the ends of the earth, and that unconditional love. And I know you're looking down on us, up there. Love you every time, and in love and memory. So, in one way or another, say that small prayer, say that grace, include Allison in your prayers, and again, just truly a loving memory of a superhuman being, and really a warrior in her everything in the outright of it. Allison, we miss you. We love you. The legacy is still there, and which creates a bigger legend. So, on that note, have a great day. Always remember your classmates. Always remember the ones that you love and everything else in that. And as I normally would actually end saying, obviously it's not the journey about it, because in that one way or another, there's that line that I will say, brothers and sisters in what we do in life. It goes in eternity. What she did is echoing in eternity. What she did means different, in immaculate levels on that from from back, as we were, teens, as a great class, you know, great in her class all the way up to today. So, and Allison, this one's for you. So, and again, it's the legacy that creates the legend, and it's a bigger tribute to anything else. So, in my tribute to you, Allison, and the family of, you know, of the ones that we will do remember and in loving memory. Allison, you're always thought of. We love you, and eternally love you forever. We'll see you. We'll definitely, in one way or another, we will definitely see you soon. And I guarantee there's going to be so many stories that she would love to hear, in celebrating her life or celebrating our lives to her. Guarantee, always remember that. My friend actually said, one of my best friends, actually, she's out there too, and we had this nice, really talk. Allison probably will say, so what did you do in the remaining days of your life? Did you more for me or did you celebrate my life? I'd rather be celebrating your life. So make sure you celebrate it every day, every month, every year, every second, because that's the most precious. The second, the time, the hour, the second, the minute, the hour. Just always say that we celebrated your life. And this is a huge tribute for this. So, Allison, again, in loving memory, we love you. And I know you're watching. So, Chuck Martin from CGM3 Productions with peace, love, and we will see you later on.